My name's Gwen Simpson. I've lived in Orkney for 17 years and I'm here today just to protest against the genocide that's happening in Gaza. I spent a lot of time in Israel after I graduated and I actually knew someone that lost their life in the 7th of October attack, and I feel very strongly that what's going on in Gaza is a terrible genocide and so many innocent people are losing their life, and the Israeli government are just using it as an excuse to flatten Gaza. It's been a terrible oppression for these people for many years, and I think it needs to stop, and every government, including ours, needs to stand up against this and stop the genocide.
Hi there, my name's Flora. I've recently moved to Orkney just a month and a half ago, and I heard about this vigil on the radio, so I thought I'd come by to show my support and solidarity with Gaza.
Hello everyone! Thank you very much for coming out today to join our vigil for peace in Gaza. This has been a momentous week. Unfortunately, Gaza City is still under attack and hundreds of thousands of people are being forced from their homes and having to move south. We've heard today that Doctors Without Borders has stopped their work in Gaza City. So the situation there must be absolutely horrendous for people in need of medical care. Food is still not being allowed in at sufficient levels of need, and people are suffering famine. However, this has been a week of some good news. The Gaza Samud flotilla is on its way to try to break the siege of Gaza. That's over 40 small boats with people from about 44 countries on board, including Greta Thunberg. They're currently off the coast of Crete, and Italy and Spain have sent frigates to accompany them because they've been under attack by drones this week. Of course, we've all heard that Britain, France, Canada, and other countries have finally recognized the state of Palestine, and Palestine has certainly been a hot topic at the United Nations General Assembly this week. So we have to just keep coming out and doing our bit, writing to our politicians and anyone that we can think of to try to get food into Gaza and to work for a ceasefire. Tomorrow at St. Magnus Cathedral, there is going to be a special service focusing on Israel, Palestine, and the prospect for peace. We encourage everyone to come along. It's at 11:15. You can wear what you want. I think I'll be wearing my keffiyeh. You can bring posters and flags to leave at the back of the cathedral. And it'll be just a chance to reflect on what is going on in the Middle East and maybe to have a conversation with the person sitting next to you. So again, I would encourage everyone, if you possibly can, to come along to that special event in the cathedral tomorrow. Now, Brian has his Zaytun produce again. He'll be up by the door of the cathedral right now. So that's fair trade Palestinian dates, olive oil, za'atar, soap, and it helps support Palestinian farmers and producers who are in a very difficult situation. Unfortunately, some other negative news this week is that Israel has closed the border crossing between the West Bank and Jordan, which is the only crossing that people and goods can get in and out of the West Bank. So a lot of people are stranded there. Aid isn't able to get through. And and we don't know how long that's going to last. So positive things happening, but again, very, very negative. So once again, if I could collect up your posters, and if anyone hasn't signed the beautiful painting that Susie has done, I can take your signatures at the end of this event.
Yeah.
And we send them to our friends in Palestine so that they know that people are thinking of them in this very, very difficult time. So thanks, everyone. We'll be back next week unless there's a miraculous ceasefire that's permanent. So thanks again for coming, and we will see you next week.